So, hi everyone, Dee here. So, I was trying to upload this onto my tarot page, and I guess because I made a comment that cishet men were trash because of a video that I saw, Instagram decided to tell me that I couldn't post because I violated community guidelines. So I couldn't post the fall equinox reading on my other tarot page because I made a post that says heaven were trash under a comment. But, we all know how that goes. Oh, Instagram. So it's okay. I have two other accounts, so it's fine. But I wanted to do the fall equinox reading real quick to tell everyone what's going on, what that entails, how that works for us with transits, and also because it's Libra season. Thank you everyone who has purchased a deck. Like, it means the world to me. Thank you everyone who has supported me through the endeavor outside of dance, via my tarot work. I'll be doing a podcast with the Sage podcast. IG Live with the Sage podcast on Sunday, bringing in my birthday. And so let's go ahead and get started. So there's several transits that are going on for Libra season. Of course, Libra energies in the building. Shout out to my fellow Libras. If I can find my cards, that'd be great. So, Libra, this is a wonderful time for us, okay? Libra season is all about balancing. This is all about evening, setting things out. It's also ruled by the planet Venus. So this entails our relationships to others, but also to ourselves. So I'm happy that we're able to start a new season, because I'm going to admit, like, the Virgo season was kind of rough. Not going to lie. The transits were rough. Not that I'm saying the Libra ones aren't, but the Virgo one was a lot. I was like, are we going to make it? Because this shit is a lot. Okay? So this also, to be mindful, we have 6 planets that are in retrograde right now. And these retrogrades are going until end of the year into 2021 and onward. Okay, so the first one I want to mention is Uranus and Taurus. Okay, so this deals with Uranus, of course, is a planet of unpredictability, and Taurus deals with our foundation, how we ground ourselves, like finances, wealth, all of that. So that started last year in March. Okay, so if you think back to March, what was going on with you, what was going on in the world, this is going to be the cycle that is continuing until April of 2026. So we're going to be in this transit for about 7 years. So I feel, for me, whenever I think of numbers and numerology, 7 is for me, it's an ancestral number. So I feel like this everything that is happening, is orchestrated right now, is supposed to happen. Okay. So, the notes that I have here, because I like to write notes, for me, it deals with instability of material goods, and because of the instability, like food shortages, also lack of housing, and when I mean lack of housing, not that what's being built is what's being offered to society. There's going to be an increase in that, okay? But this will be a wake-up call for us in regards to our complacency around that. So if you've been feeling like you've been living in excess, maybe one day you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. Because usually Uranus and Taurus is all about having enough things that we need in order to get what it is that we need. Okay? So, this is also challenging the status quo during this time with the Uranus retrograde in Taurus. So I feel like that's like the political systems. That's also what society deems suitable. So also, too, security that we've always had as a society is crumbling, okay? Environmental decay is also a big thing, unfortunately, during this transit, so expect global warming to be even worse. I'm hearing the year 2022 in regards to this. I don't know why it's being told to me. 2022 is going to be a very, very pivotal year for the world, especially in the United States. So I don't know what it's being told to me. Social, financial revolution is going to be happening. So this is a lot of people are going to be seeing things a lot differently going forward with this transit, the Uranus transit. Okay. I'm also starting to see here, we've been noticing the rise of grassroots organizations. So it's not a lot of organizations that are coming into play to help the people that are already structured in power via corporate and all that. It's grassroots work that's going to be coming into play and helping society. Okay. And also, too, because now Uranus and Taurus also deals with things being orthodox, things being in line. This also deals with relationships, sexuality, sensuality. So many of us may be exploring our sexuality. Other of us may be not in the realm of wanting to be monogamous, maybe not being tied down to anybody right now because there's a lot of instability and many of us don't want to be tied down to that, okay? So the next one is Pluto and Capricorn. That's going to be ending, I believe, in like a couple of weeks. Somewhere around there, like I think it's like the beginning of October. So Pluto usually deals with finite endings. This deals with our structures in our lives and things that we've been suppressing and holding on to. So what I have here is we're taking a step back and finding out which solutions work and what doesn't. Okay? This is for ourselves. All right? This is going to be a huge wake-up call in regards to those seeking peace and spirituality in their lives. So many of us may be turning to positive coping mechanisms around spirituality. So some of y'all, like myself, like I got my hand, like part of my hand this summer, and I've been waiting for like the flags, but they've been up for a while, and I finally just said, you know what, I can't do this no more. Like, it was a wake-up call for me to just get my shit in order. Okay. It's going to be huge transformations that we have been putting off. Okay, so if you've been putting off a spiritual awakening or things that are involving your spirit and your energy and your soul and your mind and your body, it's going to hit you if it hasn't hit you already. Okay, we have no choice. All right, so the next one is North Node and Gemini. Okay, so our North Node deals with our future and our destiny and how we communicate that. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, so this is how we move in the world via our words. This could also be how we move, like creatively, speaking, all of that, because Mercury rules like this area, like your throat chakra, solar plexus, your hands, also like thinking as well. Okay. The North Node, what I have here is our future and our destiny, how we overcome lessons of karma in the past. So our karmic partner during this is your South Node, which is your past habits and what we've learned from that. And that is in Sagittarius. So it's like the opposite. Okay, so it's like, so for example, if I'm Libra, my opposite would be Aries. Okay, so the Sagittarius energy, it's very, very, very direct. Okay, and that's also ruled by Jupiter. So it's like unexpected things happening. And some of you all may have been a little bit rushed and or forcing yourselves to do something, knowing that it may not be the best move for you. But now this North Node is telling you to like really look at the bigger picture, not just what's fleeting. All right? And the areas that we have neglected. All right. So the next one is Neptune retrograde and Pisces. Okay. Now the North Node transit is going on for 2 years. Okay. It started the 2nd of May this year, and it goes until January 2022. So it's going to be a good little cycle, about 2 years, about a year and a half, 2 years. Okay. So this is forcing us to see things very differently and communicate differently too than we have. So for some of y'all in the past, you may have had struggles with communicating. You won't have that no more. You're just going to tell it right how it is and how it needs to be done. Okay. So Neptune and Pisces Neptune is retrograde in the sign of Pisces. Okay. That started on the 23rd of June and it goes until the 28th of November. So many of us right now, when Neptune is in Pisces, it's all about illusions, what's seen in front of us. I'm also hearing this is what we figured to be a utopia in our society. And now we're realizing that this shit is dystopian. Like, it's not what it's supposed to be. It's not what it is. I feel like a lot of people are waking up, and I think that ties in with the Pluto and Capricorn energy. I feel like those two are working together to break those structures down. Like I'm hearing like the death of celebrities, like the celebritydom, like how the people that we've always looked up to have passed on and died, and now we're sitting here like, oh my God, but we're realizing that we are the ones that are the heroes as well. Okay, so this is all about looking for inner guidance instead of going on the outside. Some of us during this time can also experience lucid dreams. Okay, so this Neptune and retrograde energy in Pisces is going to be very, very interesting, very intense. You could also be getting downloads, and or your intuition is going to be very, very strong. It's not what it used to be. Okay, and you're learning about the supernatural. You're learning about things that you never learned before. Okay, hi. The fog clears and we start to see the truth, especially with our emotions. Okay, so if you've been feeling very clouded about things or very unsure about things, like this Neptune energy is clearing up a lot of shit. If you've had confusion about maybe a friendship or a business relationship that you were kind of like on the fence on, you're going to get clarity. I'm going to tell you why also, and I'm going to delve into that. All right, so 6 planets are in retrograde, as I stated. And if you haven't been facing the issues, this retrograde, the Neptune retrograde, is going to force you. You don't have a choice, okay? And you're going to have all these different tower moments in your life. So just be prepared for what's going on. Be mindful. Be aware, okay? Also, too, Mars retrograde is in the sign of Aries, and so this is all about initiation. This is all about things moving forward very quickly, but it's in retrograde, so things are slowing down, delays. This could be arguments as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you all get into arguments with people that you've known for a very long time that you may have been like kind of on the fence about, and they're questioning it in the relationship with them. This could be like business, family, also lovers, friends, whatever. Okay. So we're really focusing on our spiritual journey with this Mars in retrograde too. And I'm hearing here, if people want to argue 1 + 1 = 5, let them argue 1 + 1 = 5. Do not try to argue back with them. It's just not worth it. I'm not arguing with you. You got it. Okay. We also have Mercury in Scorpio, which starts on the 27th and it ends the 27th of October. So it's a month, literally from the 27th of September to the 27th of October. Okay. The Mercury and Scorpio energy, because Scorpio is all about deep-seated feelings, secrets, sexuality. Some of you all might be finding out about someone you may have been intimate with and something could come out, or you are currently intimate with someone and something comes out. Okay, I'm hearing secrets are being uncovered in a very interesting way. Some people could just slip up and do a 40 and slip and just tell you some shit and you'd be like, what the fuck? Okay, so be mindful how you deliver it as well, because this can make or break a lot of your relationships. All right, Venus is in Virgo, and that starts on the 2nd of October to the 27th of October. So Mercury in Scorpio and Venus in Virgo are ending around the same time, which is very interesting energy. Okay, so like I said, this could be dealing with a relationship. I'm hearing relationship here. I'm hearing here some of you all may realize that someone that you may be dealing with may not be the person for you, and you meet someone who matches your energy. That's what I'm hearing here. Okay. Last but not least, we have Venus in Libra, which starts the 27th, transits the 27th until the 21st of November. And this is to take the opportunity to meet new partners. And I feel that a lot of your relationships will strengthen around this time. If there's been issues in regards to relationships, they're going to strengthen during this time. Okay. So I like to go over the transits via using tarot cards, because that's what I usually do when I do my lives. All right, so the first one is Uranus and Taurus. The Fool card, Uranus. The Hierophant, Taurus. So whenever I see this here, I think of there's like a battle between structure and being free. And I feel that many structures that have been in place, this could be religious, this could be societal, this could be, you see here, it's literally, I don't know if you can tell here, but I love this deck because the Modern Witch, it's not like a gender-based deck, but the traditional Rider-Waite deck is a man and a woman. This isn't. So I'm hearing here that like a lot of structures around sexuality, around gender, around identity will not be in question anymore. People are going to be a little bit more open. Some might struggle with that, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, people are going to learn to be more open. Okay? That's what I'm hearing here. And there's going to be new, I'm also hearing legislation and laws being passed around that too. So that's one that I'm hearing here. Next one is Pluto in Capricorn. Okay. So Pluto, where art thou? Pluto, boom. Capricorn. Alright. Pluto, Capricorn. Okay. So Pluto is the Judgment card. Alright. This is fire energy as well. So there's a lot of fire with this situation. I do feel here this has to do with like us really finding out what our triggers are, finding out where habits are not good for us, our attachments, abandonment, anxiety, alcoholism, sex could be an addiction. And I feel like many of us are going to get a wake-up call. And this may not be the wake-up call that you want. For some of you all, if you're not careful, especially if you're a cis person, you could either get pregnant or you can find out the person you're with is actually married. That's what I'm hearing here too. Judgment card also deals with like a spiritual ascension. So I feel like some of you all may be detaching a lot from things that you thought that you had an attachment to. You're no longer wanting to do that attachment because you're being spiritually guided. Like you're being rescued. It's almost like you're being resurrected. Okay? So Gemini energy is going to be the Lover's card. And I'll show you that in a minute. Here we go. This is the North Node energy. It's very karmic. It's very... it's about connections with others and connections with ourselves and the divine connection that makes that happen. And I think this is North Node energy is very, very important. It's how we communicate, how we feel, how we think. Alright? So the card that's complementary to that is, I'll show you Sagittarius, which is Temperance, which is also, I'm hearing divine timing versus divine intervention. Okay? So this is the intervention part of it, because this is like your past, like things that intervened. I got in the middle of it, where this is the timing of it, like, okay, let's get it together, let's fix it. Alright? Neptune and Pisces. That is the Hanged One. The Hanged One. I love this card. I really, really love this card. Because this forces us to see things in a different light. Some of us may be feeling trapped or stuck, not wanting to see things a particular way. But this is forcing us to see. See how the crown chakra is lit? Like someone's like, look, I got it. They may, and I'm also hearing some people may act like they're stuck, but they're not stuck. That's what I'm hearing. This is Pisces energy, okay? So you're feeling it. You're feeling it, but you're not acting on it, and you're going to be forced to act on it, okay? So Mars in Aries is the Two of Wands, but since it's in retrograde, it's going to be in reverse. So this is things stopping, uncertainty, not knowing the way. This can cause a lot of confusion, a lot of frustration, a lot of delays. But just keep your head strong. It's going on for 2 months, and this has been very intense energy. I'm also hearing like you can be having debates and arguments with folks, but if you're not in that energy and that space to do it, just step away. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Mercury and Scorpio. I like this energy actually. Scorpio, Mercury. The reason why I like this energy is because there's a lot of shift and transformation that's happening, but many of us are starting to see that things are being uncovered, things are being shown, and the Death card is here to transform you through that process. Many of us may not be aware of that we need to do that, but it needs to be done. So that's that. Okay. Venus in Virgo. Venus in Virgo. I had the card. Venus in Virgo. I thought I had it. I didn't. Venus in Virgo. Okay. Venus in Virgo. Venus in Virgo is this energy. Okay. Empress is Venus. The Hermit is Virgo. So what I'm hearing here is that many of you all may be feeling like, I'm good, I'm going to settle, I'm going to fall back. It's that type of energy. Let me fall back and just do what I got to do. Yeah, I know I'm great. I know I got all these things. I know this is the physical. This is what you're showing to the world. Whereas the Hermit is what you're suppressing. So some of y'all, I feel like, will settle. If this is a relationship, you're going to settle. Or if you're in a relationship with someone, you might just take a step back from them and realize it might not be what you need. So it's one or the other. Okay? Last but not least, we got Venus and Libra. I love this card. I love the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is all about clarity. It's all about understanding. This is also a card of the truth. So I feel like many of y'all are going to be being very honest and very truthful about the relationship that you're going forward. So Justice is also Libra energy, and then we have the Empress. Okay, two. So it's two. There's another two that we could work with. I'm hearing here that you're finally starting to be a lot more discerning with the people that you have in your life, whether it's relationship, like personal, intimate, whatever. You're being a lot more personal, and this is really, really dope. So I'm really excited. I hate that Instagram freaking will not let me post on my other page. I'm so mad about it. Like, so mad about it. Like, just let me post on my fucking page. I can't even make a comment. They said I violated community guidelines. Whatever. It's fine. I'm not mad. So, that is the transits that are going on for Libra, but also a little bit of the fall equinox. Because we also have Mercury retrograde is in Scorpio. That's why I showed it to you. But yeah, that is the insight into that. Let's see what we have for the collective. I'm going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. I love this deck. It's such a great deck. Such a great deck. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my gosh. Alright. So let's see what we have here. I just got like a whole bunch of decks today, and this was one. I mean, the other day, this was one of them, and then I got another deck today, and I'm still like working through that energetically. But all my clients, because I do like my tarot readings and stuff like that, they have been gifting me decks, and I'm so happy. So happy my clients are gifting me decks. So let's see what Spirit has for you as a collective. Makes sense. All right. This makes a lot of sense. This is really fucking funny. We have the Crow Spirit is the card that I pulled. Okay, Crow Spirit. This is co-creating with Spirit. And then we have the Bobcat Spirit. See that there? It's like a little bird. So the Bobcat Spirit is saying life is a mystery. I love that both numbers are 17. When you add it together, it's 8. And then you have Bobcat Spirit, which is 8. So I'm hearing here that there's a lot of... Spirit is asking you to flow with everything that's going on in life right now. Because things are uncertain for many of us right now. Okay? And we just have to kind of go with the flow. The card that's under that is the Armadillo Spirit. Now, I've been doing so many readings with clients. Like, when I mean so many readings, literally to the point where I'm like, and it's always the same topic. There's like 4 different roads, and the main intersection is boundaries. And I think it's interesting that the armadillo is set healthy boundaries. So I'm also hearing here, Spirit is telling you to set boundaries with others and set boundaries with yourself. But yeah, that is the read. And then for the collective, and then we're going to pull one more from my Oracle deck, which has been selling, and I'm so excited. Like, thank y'all so much. This is my Oracle deck. Boom, bam, bop. If you placed an order this week, it will be going out next week, and it'll probably be going out the 30th, more than likely. Okay, so I gotta put the orders in for the decks, and then they ship to me, and then I'll ship it to you. It usually takes about like a week and a half. So, all right. Okay, 2 cards. All right. Overall energy is heartbroken. So someone could be dealing with heartbreak during these transits right now, or currently are in that process. But I'm also hearing here somebody might have been in a relationship with somebody, or felt like it was a marriage, and it's not really thriving really well. If you're in a relationship, it's not thriving really well, and I think this is why you're heartbroken over it. Yeah. Some of y'all could be heartbroken over it, or you could be committed to something that's not really bringing you any fruits of labor. And hi, they're not really bringing you any fruits of labor, okay? And let me draw one more. So what I'm hearing here, this is something that you created and or birthed, okay? For others of you, if you're cis, het person, you could be maybe dealing with fertility issues, and this might be leaving you sad and heartbroken, but I do hear a pregnancy is coming. I'm here in the month of November. Okay, so that is all that I have for that. Like I said, I hate the fact that I can't post on my other page. It really makes me a little annoyed, but whatever. Instagram was like, I violated community standards, but yeah, so whatever, I don't care. I posted on here, so I'm just going to upload it to there. But thank you all so much for tuning in. That is my fall equinox / Libra season reading. This is my deck. I'm so happy. My baby. This is my baby. And it's like in my hand. So I created it during the pandemic, and I'm really, really excited about it. But yes, please check me out. DSpark Tarot, DESPARK Tarot. Thank you everyone who subscribed, like, commented on that page and my YouTube and also my Patreon. Like, I'm really, really happy, and also buying the deck. People buy multiple decks. I'm like, what? So I'm really happy. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and take care of yourselves, and much love. Bye bye.